Hi there, this is Cindy Greenya with the Talbot Greenya Group.
And I'm Eric Iliffe. Hey folks, how's it going?
It's good, it's good. How was your morning, Eric?
It was great. I'm prepping for March Madness. So today begins the tournament. It's
Oh boy,
exciting.
oh
Yeah.
boy. Are you going to win big? Are you
No,
doing any of those brackety things?
I did the brackets. They're free. I did a $1 game, so we'll see what happens.
All right, well, good, good. That's always exciting. Yeah, I can't believe that March is halfway over. We are deep in the throes of the spring market here. Was helping an agent write a contract this morning, and then I had a walkthrough and a closing. So it's been quite the busy day.
That sounds awesome. You're busy. Good work.
Yeah. So, Eric, when you bought your first house, did you kind of remember anything about the process? And was it just kind of a blur, or, what's your recollection of what happened when you found out you got the house?
Well, it is a blur because that was over 25 years ago. And my only recollection was paying the money for the earnest money deposit and really not sweating the details because we had good momentum in terms of what was going to happen next. We were going to go and get a loan, and then we were going to get the keys once we settled and the house was ours. I was more worried about what the house would look like once I got inside.
Yeah. Well, those are all good concerns, and that's a good recollection. And really that's kind of where it all starts. So in Virginia, once you have ratified your contract, what the Northern Virginia Association of Realtors contract says is that you have to make full loan application within 7 days of the contract being accepted. So that means that you need to get with your lender. You need to get your list of things that your lender is requesting and make sure you get all of those over to them so that they can get the process started. So that's number one on your list. And number 1A on your list is to get your home inspection scheduled. So the home inspection can be a little bit tricky, especially these days. So in today's marketplace, we're finding that a lot of people are either voiding their home inspections, meaning they are not doing one at all, or they're doing a home inspection for purposes of void only. So, so that would mean that you're going to go into a property, you're going to hire a home inspector, they're going to walk through the property, do a home inspection, and you're going to decide either you're going to buy it or you're not going to buy it. Right. There's no negotiation in between. So, so that's kind of where you go. So then you kind of look at your list of things that need to be done, and you'll have to make a determination. And I think one of Eric's strengths that he definitely has is that he knows a ton of vendors. So when we get those lists, he can help us to decipher, who should be called out for what. We have trusted contractors that we're very comfortable assigning the work to at your comfort level. And so we definitely want to have you be prepared for the cost of those repairs. And a lot of times the cost of those repairs are what are going to help you to decide on whether or not you're going to want to move forward with the house.
Yeah. When you look back on some of the homes that you have purchased, what stood out to you as maybe an aha moment before you actually took possession of the home that was something that was unique, understanding you've been in the business for a long time? Was there something that sticks out in your mind?
Well, so I've always represented myself on all of my own transactions. So it's, so my aha moment, the term of my career have been, you never know what you're going to find in a home inspection. We have the best structural engineer who is available at our fingertips, because a home inspector is kind of like the house doctor. He's like your general education dude. He is not your specific person. And I will tell you, I've learned a lot from my home inspectors, and I've also learned a lot from my structural engineers. And I have one that I've used pretty consistently. So any aha moments, I would just say, typically happen at the home inspection. And those are times that, those are moments of kind of contemplation as to whether or not you're going to move forward. So after you've done your home inspection and you're good to go, your lender has also probably ordered your appraisal. And so your appraisal is an indication of value of the property. And the one thing I like to remind people is that it is based on data, and it is a snapshot in time. It is what it is worth the day that that appraiser walks in the door and the value that that person gives. And again, in today's marketplace, buyers are waiving appraisals. And so you have that option of waiving it or not. And so if you have waived your appraisal, then that's fine. But even if you've waived an appraisal, let's just say that you bought a house and it was listed at $500,000 and you offered $525,000 and waived your appraisal. If the appraisal comes in at $500,000, you have to bring 20% of your down payment of $500,000 to the table, which would be $100,000. And then you have to bring your $25,000 in cash to the table. So for some people who have lots of equity, maybe you're selling one home and buying another one. It's not that big of a deal, but it could have big financial impacts on somebody who maybe doesn't have their 20% to put down. So, you really want to have a good conversation with your lender and know your finances really, really well before you make that decision. So once you get past your appraisal, everything's great. You're skipping along to the finish line. The next kind of last hurdle that you're going to have is you're going to have your homeowners association documents to review and approve. You're also going to have a termite inspection typically, or we also call it a wood destroying insect report. And then once those are clear and you're good to go, then you do your final walkthrough. And just like I did today, we did our final walkthrough at 10:30. We had our closing at 11.
Okay, great.
And that's when you get keys to the property, unless you have something otherwise negotiated. So the situation that we had today, there was a post-occupancy rental. The sellers are going to be renting the house back the sellers are renting from the buyers. So in that situation, the sellers are paying they're paying the buyer's rent. And so they get a little bit of money. So, and there are some restrictions and stuff on that too, but you definitely want to make sure you know who you're talking to, that your realtor understands those ropes and what's going on. And it's great to have team members like Eric that can help to make sure everything's going to get done too. So what do you have anything else you can think of that you'd like to add, Eric?
Well, what you have described, there were maybe 3 to 4 key areas. And it's pretty seamless behind the scenes when you're involved with a realtor, especially someone from the Talbot Greenya group, because the legwork that's being handled is done by the team and or the resources that the team is leveraging. So it makes it pretty smooth for you as the either seller or the buyer. And then you can start focusing on your next journey or your next step. For example, if you're a guy, myself, I'm into sports, how am I going to design my man cave? So that's something that I would look forward to with a home purchase. And maybe that will ring true with other folks that are in our group or network, so to speak.
No, I think that's all good information. And if anybody knows of anybody that's looking to buy or sell, we love to work with both buyers and sellers. If you're ever just curious about the value of your home and you just want to go, we have a list that we send out where we will send you an approximate value of your property once a month. We're happy to get you on that list as well. So sometimes you're just curious about sales volume or your sales amount, but we love our clients. We love to take great care of them. We take a lot of pride in making sure that they are very well taken care of. And so if you know of anyone that needs great service and a couple of great realtors, we are happy to help. So I am Cindy Greenya with the Talbot Greenya Group. Thanks so much for tuning in today.
Thanks, Cindy. Eric Iliffe here. Have a great day, folks. Take care.
All right. Thanks so